Good afternoon from sunny Warsaw with my cup of coffee, and we're going to have what's known as Fun Fact Filled Fridays. And we're going to do it in a way where you can see for yourself and ask the questions. Do these people actually hold these qualifications that they state they have? So let's start with Exhibit A. I will take you to Exhibit A. I want everybody to go to Exhibit A, page 174 of Able Danger, and I want everybody to go to the bottom of that page, scroll all the way to the very bottom. And it says, yours sincerely, Phil McConnell, United States Naval Academy, 1971, forensic economist, 30-year airline pilot, 22-year military pilot, 23,000 hours of safety. David Hawkins, forensic economist, former leader of oil well blowout teams, now sponsors grand juries in CSI crime and safety investigation. David Hawkins again, this is the guy that said he was an IED expert for 15 years. This is his oil well blowout teams. He's an IED expert. Somebody who's been up personal and close to an IED will tell you that these people are what I would call Maximus bovinus excrementus, of the purveyors of the largest kind. So, that's Exhibit A, which I will put as Exhibit A. Now, Exhibit B will be a cluster of them together. So you can look for yourself where it says here, David Hawkins, forensic economist. David Hawkins, forensic economist at Hawkes Cafe, Vancouver. This one's a better one. This one also shows their increased knowledge-based systems of what they're doing. This is, I'd say, a third of the way down to the Canadian Prime Minister, the Right Honourable Stephen Harper, from Phil McConnell and David Hawkins. Forensic economics, cybersecurity and counterintelligence at Hawkes Cafe. And copies Agents of CO2E Virtual Weather Underground. So they're part of the Weather Underground, they're saying here. The very people that they were on about the other day. Was it, what's his name? I've forgotten it. Dawn, fucking whatever her name is, and the other guy. But anyway, I'm not really interested in that. What I'm more interested in is showing you their lies. Assisted by Able Danger, Agent Suki Slicer, our forensic economist review of the key technologies and players. Yeah? So David Hawkins and Phil McConnell saying again, this is in 2013, both of them stating they're forensic economists. Coast to Coast, AM. Fridays are open lines. Well, on the early show Saturday, Ian is joined in the first hour by maverick psychologist Seth Roberts, who will share his breakthrough weight loss theory, the Shangri-La diet. Followed by forensic economist David Hawkins for a discussion about 9/11 theories. Oh, and then we got a guy here who actually questions David Hawkins' qualification of forensic economist and the fact that why he was thrown out of 9/11 scholars for 9/11. He was thrown out of there because he bombarded the sites and attacked people constantly in there who didn't agree with his theories. Again, David Hawkins, forensic economist. So they will call this Exhibit B. This will be in Block B, so you can click on each of these sites. They're all safe. None of them will take you to anywhere else. But let's go back in the Wayback Machine. So let's go to Exhibit C. Exhibit C, we're going to look at the Wayback Machine. And we'll look at David Hawkins' bio. David Hawkins is the former coordinator of artificial intelligence and geoscience researcher at Schlumberger, the inventor in 1989 of a toolkit for virtual reality prototyping, and a world authority on the use of applied mathematics, thermodynamics and deductive logic to analyze violent crimes and identify the weapons, opportunities and motives of the perpetrators, all trademarks acknowledged. And in the picture above he has the word Mindbox. Bear in mind that he's now talking about sandboxes. Here's another one here called Mindbox. And this was way back in February the 24th, 2008 on the Wayback Machine. If you don't believe me, at the 1 minute 55 mark of the video YouTube link I'm going to put below, David Hawkins, forensic economist, you will hear for yourself this bio is what he sold to the world. Now, in his latest bio, from his Grounds Truth CSI, AI Hawkman and Truthman, we have many things here. Artificial intelligence pioneer David Hawkins, which if you go to Tom Thumkins' site, you will see that Tom Thumkins, and I will link his site below as well. The inventor of the deductive computing machine, the object-oriented fractal paintbrush. This guy knows what he's talking about. My speciality is on understanding Christine Marcy, which I've researched all of the Civil Service Reform Act of 1978. So if I went on Mastermind, I'm sure I'd get a very high score, because I've lived and breathed the most boring thing, a bureaucratic nightmare called the Civil Service of 1978, to prove all of what I'm saying. And I've evidenced and backed all of this up with facts, not fiction. So, academic record, first class honours degree in mechanical engineering, Cambridge University. That's also false. I can prove that because I've actually spoken to Queen's College, Cambridge University, and I have direct email conversation with them that states quite clearly what he actually holds is a Bachelor of Arts, and he did the first part tripos, which he got a first in mathematics. He then went on to do a diploma in industrial management, which is his second line here, diploma in industrial management, which is what his degree is. His degree is in industrial management. He's not actually an engineer. When he left there, he was under the roof of mechanical sciences when he done it, but he actually left with an industrial management degree, not an engineering degree. Foundation scholarship at Queen's College, well, that's what he went in on a foundation scholarship. For outstanding academic performance in applied mathematics and thermodynamics. No, he got his scholarship because he got a first in this tripos part 1. We can prove all that. I've got all the evidence for that, which we'll go on to another day. Like I will do with Easeway, which is another thing, and Hesper, which is another one which I've completely proven that he's lied about that. I've actually got the names of the people involved in Hesper, who actually created Hesper and have got the recognition and everything else to do with it. But what I want to do is go to the very bottom of the page, because let's go back to something we talked about the other day, about him saying he's a world-renowned playwright. This was in 1979. He said he was a world-renowned playwright. You know, this guy likes to make up stories and write scripts. This is what this is all about, people. He writes up stories and scripts because he's a fantasist, a serial fantasist. Now, I want you to listen to this and see what normal person would write this in their bio. In 1951, insight into the strange mind of David Hawkins. When he was about 8 years old, David's mother asked him why, when he walked back from his village school at Chatham, near Canterbury, Kent, his trouser pockets would get so dirty. David explained that he was concerned that the pebbles in the dishes didn't get to see the sunrise or set. He described how he would climb in the ditch, stuff his pockets with the pebbles, walk off the road and up a hill, brush the dirt off the pebbles, place them side by side along branches of trees, with a good view of the sun going up or going down, and leave the scene content in the knowledge of a good deed done to or for the pebbles. David's mother understood. There you have it, people. The deranged mind of Maximus Bovinus Excrementus Extraordinaire David Hawkins, who honoured himself with titles like forensic economist, and also knighted his sidekick, the one and only filled, bloviated, blowhard Maximus McConnell, as also a forensic economist. They also stated they were into cyber security. It's getting more and more interesting when you start delving into all the stuff they've said over the years, because they have constantly lied and lied and lied. So what is the truth with these people? We do not know. We do not know if they're telling the truth because they have constantly lied all the time. And the story about Christine Marcy is the most horrifying lie of all. This shows you that Hawkins writes the script for the gang stalking to start and attack people. They gang stalked this woman for over 10 years, and they started on another woman while Hawkins wasn't involved in this one, but Hawkins is involved in gang stalking other people via the other platform he's on. What I'm doing is putting the sunshine on the pebbles of bullshit that's coming from these people. I want you to look at the exhibits, read them for yourself, because this is a fun fact-filled Friday. I'm not going to talk about child murders and anything else because that is enough of that. What we're going to show is their deception and lies. So on top of that, I wish you all a happy weekend. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee, and I have a wonderful layered cake here that I'm going to devour and enjoy and not worry about all the extra pounds it might put on. So upon that wonderful note, Das Vidania.